you're clear to disconnect the headset. We'll see you on the left with the pin. Thanks a lot. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. What you're seeing in front of you right now is DCS Caucasus 2022 redone mod, which gives us brand new textures for the original Caucasus map, and it is absolutely transformational. I can't believe that no DCS YouTubers have really covered this in any detail, so I thought I would give it a little bit of credit here and give it a little bit of publicity, because for me it's absolutely transformed my flying experience, and I just could not be happier with this. It's absolutely phenomenal. Bartek, what a dude. Of course, I'll leave the link for the mod in the description. Feel free to download it. If you're a little bit confused about how to do it, I don't use a mod manager personally, so I basically just found the same folders in the DCS directory and simply copied and pasted everything across and replaced the files and made backups of the original, and everything works as it should. So with that said, let's get into it and actually check out some of the differences between some of the textures of the original Caucasus textures and DCS 2022 Caucasus redone. So here are the original Caucasus summer textures, and here is DCS textures, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. What a huge difference it is. And for this comparison, I'm using the same location, the same lighting, same everything, and on top of that I am also using reshade, just as is suggested by Bartek in his thread on the Eagle Dynamics forums, and I'll put a screenshot here on the left hand side for you guys to see my settings. I'm using gamma of 2 in DCS, but that's it. I am not using any post-production, and the end result, in my opinion, is nothing short of just absolutely amazing. So the original textures of the Caucasus map, which I really like, I think it's still one of my favorite maps to fly on, but as you can see, it's just a little bright and maybe a little washed out, and with Bartek's textures, everything just looks like there's way more detail. It's a little darker. All the trees and tree lines kind of blend into the actual background a little more, or into the scenery, I'd say, just because of the slightly darker tones used. And oh my goodness, it's just, I mean, obviously the video speaks for itself, I think, but I'm just absolutely adore flying around this map now, especially low level. Now it looks even better, I would say, at higher level, just because you can see all that different texturing, all the little crevices and disturbances in the relief, and all those fields just having a really nice, I mean, you could just tell that they look way more three-dimensional compared to the original. And now I think we just need some better tree technology from Eagle Dynamics to really bring it to its full potential. Now, as you can see, if you add a little bit of lighting and just a little more dramatic lighting and some more clouds, which will cause some shadows, in combination with the DCS mod, as you could tell, oh my goodness, it is just holy moly. You could just fly around here and just enjoy the scenery, and who would have thought that this is the original scenery from like God knows how many years back, and it's just fantastic. So now we're moving on to the winter textures, which I've never really liked in DCS world all that much, but now here is the winterless, so-called winterless textures for the winter season by Bartek. As you could tell here, it's, I mean, it's just crazy, but especially at higher altitude, oh my goodness, it's amazing. But even at low altitude, I think there's a huge difference. So this is kind of representing late autumn with a little bit of snow here and there. I always thought that the original snow, as you could see now, it just looks a little, I don't know, I don't really know what's wrong with it, but something's wrong with it. It just doesn't really look like snow, whereas when you go to something like this now, it's absolutely amazing. Now you do have the choice of sticking to Bartek's fully snow-covered terrain textures, or you can go to these partially covered or so-called snowless or late autumn textures, which in my opinion are the way to go. They are actually downloaded separately to the main mod, and you can find them in the link in the description as well. Bartek has posted this in addition to his main mod for anybody who fancies seeing this, which, I mean, come on! Is this not just incredible? Honestly, I think with these textures now, this map absolutely blows everything else out of the water, and I think it looks better than any other map that we currently have. And I think Syria is probably close second, but for some reason I still always go back to the Caucasus, just because I think the trees and the foliage looks a lot nicer, a little bit more three-dimensional compared to anywhere in Syria. I think the trees just always kind of suck, although the rest of it is amazing. And although the trees do look much better on the Caucasus map than literally anywhere else on any other map that we have, the forested areas look a little bit more three-dimensional. I think it would be still really great if Eagle Dynamics redid their 3D forests and foliage system and give us something a little bit closer to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, because that is one area I believe now where Microsoft Flight Simulator just looks so much better. It just looks so much more realistic with 3D forests, and although, like I say, Caucasus is good, it's just not quite on par with, I think, what the technology could offer us these days. Now, it would also be fantastic if Eagle Dynamics redid the texturing of the airfields, and in fact just redid the airfields for the Caucasus map, because almost every other area of the Caucasus map is absolutely brilliant. And on that note, I think we can probably start wrapping it up there. So if you guys have enjoyed that video, please make sure to smash the living daylight out of the like button, and comment down below if there's any other mods that you think I should cover. And that's it from me for now. Just sit back and enjoy the ending sequence.